You can hear me. Yes, Casanovians. Okay, I had such a amazing night yesterday. It was so good, so good. Went to a rooftop bar with the girl who I'm seeing out here. We came back. Just had a insane 10 out of 10 night. Woke up together this morning. Had an insane morning, and yeah, I mean, I was just reflecting on the person that I've become. I was comparing myself to former versions of myself, which I think is a good mental exercise, rather than comparing ourselves to other people who rarely we know nothing about, just comparing ourselves to former versions of ourselves. And I was looking back at the person that I was 4 years ago when I first started on this odyssey of personal renaissance, this pursuit of masculine excellence. And I wanted to outline in this video why I believe I have become the most fuckable version of myself. And hopefully, by listening to this live stream, you can implement the things that I've done to benefit your life as well. Like, I do want the best for every single one of you who comes across these videos, the live streams, the video, like everything. Like, I just want to send optimism down the camera for you every single day, because when I'm speaking to you, I'm really speaking to myself. I'm really speaking to that version of me 4 years ago, even earlier than that as well. Like, just that version of me who didn't think that this sort of life was possible for him. Yeah, just like that really scared, insecure, lost little boy who was just desperately wanted the world to want him, who desperately wanted to receive love from the feminine. I think that's why most men are frustrated today, because they lack love from the feminine. I think relationships and community are the most important aspects of human existence. It's like my good friend Joseph said, you can't spoon a Lamborghini, right? You can have all the money in the bank, but if you're not receiving love from the feminine, if you don't have women who want you, if you don't feel desirable and fuckable as a man, then I think that, I don't know, I think that castrates you of your confidence. I think if every guy was real with himself, like, he wants to be receiving that love from the feminine, he wants to feel as though his presence means something to people, and is adored and worshipped and feels powerful and important. So yeah, but I was just comparing myself to who I was, and I was like, you know what, Kristian, you've come a fucking long way, man. You really have, and I'm fucking proud of you. I don't say it to myself enough, because I'm always focused on the next thing, the next dragon to slay, the next mountain to climb. But I'm like, you know what, mate, you've done fucking well for yourself. You really have. Like, if I was one of my clients, like, I always say to you on these streams, like, I am my own best case study. Like, I do genuinely, I do believe I am the best in the world at what I do. I do have the best client results in the industry. They're all available on my Instagram page at Casanova Dating. But really, the best testimonial that I've ever got, the best client case study, is myself. That this entire channel is a tapestry of personal renaissance. You go back to your earliest videos, you see the person who I was. It's all documented. So I think the reasons why I think I have become so rip-roaringly successful in my own development, I put it down to a couple of things. First of all, cold approach, right? Like, cold approach, if cold approach was a person, I would marry cold approach. Like, cold approach has completely changed my life. I feel as though I am the poster boy of what's possible when you take radical action in this process. Like, dude, I got started with cold approach 4 years ago in that grotty apartment in central Leeds, when I looked like a turnip, I dressed like a moron, I couldn't pull a muscle. For a big portion of my life, I was a porn addict who had erectile dysfunction. I'd go get blackout drunk on the weekend just to try and find some woman who wanted me. I'd have terrible neediness in relationships. I'd lose myself in relationships. I'd stop working on myself. The women who I was in relationships with would lose all attraction for me, because women can't be turned on by a guy who they don't respect. That's what I've learned. And just that personal growth, that character development, I'm putting so much of that onto cold approach, and I'm like, this is why I shout about this process from the rooftops. Yeah, it's my business, of course. Like, I want to get people into my network because I want to change people's lives. It's like when I discover something that I think is so fucking amazing, it's like I'm going all in with that, and I want as many people as possible to reap the benefits of this process. And I think just through this process, cold approach has allowed me to become more of a risk taker. It's allowed me to start living more for an audience of one. It's allowed me to navigate the inevitable vicissitudes of life with a smile on my face. Like if I'm going out and approaching girls, I'm getting brutal blowouts, rejected, car crash conversations. I'm uploading my videos onto the internet. I'm getting people who absolutely despise everything that I do, especially in the early days, being like, oh, you're ugly. You're a 4 out of 10 at best. Why are you doing this? Why are you wasting these girls' time? It's like feedback. That's all that this process is. It's feedback. It's remembering that nobody can make you feel bad without your consent, and rejection is not going to ruin you. Rejection is a rite of passage. If you're not getting rejected, you're not playing the game hard enough. But people can tell you all of these things, but until you've experienced it through the library of life, it's all just wanking in the wind. So if you're on your journey right now, a cold approach, I know more than anything, I want this live stream to just get you pumped up. Like every approach that you're doing, you are investing into the identity of the person who you want to embody. Yeah, it's like the thought process that I get my guys to do when they're creating their personal renaissance document. If you've not done that yet, then get my free course below, Most Fuckable Man course, Mindset Mastery module. That is an essential watch for anyone who actually wants to crush it with cold approach. But have a clear idea of that person who you want to become. And it's like, act as if you already are that person. Like, what would the most fuckable version of myself do right now? What would the version of myself who had more gobsmackingly gorgeous girls than he knew what to do with, the version of myself who was going on multiple dates a week and was receiving love from the fan, like, what would that abundant version of myself do right now? And then make your actions align with your ambitions. But it's like, I think, I don't know, it's difficult to describe, but there is a certain energy about a man who has mastered this skill set of cold approach. Like the way I interact with you, the way I interact with my clients, the way I interact with family members, the way I interact with women, just the world in general, I feel more at peace with myself. I feel as though all of those self-limiting beliefs and all of that negative self-talk that most guys carry around with them for their entire lives, like dirty laundry in a dirty tumble dryer, I think being on this process, like putting myself through the social fire, documenting it all on YouTube, changing my life, and then having the emotional bravery, and I think just a big set of balls to have the audacity to think, yeah, I can make a business out of this. Yeah, I can build a fully independent international lifestyle. Yeah, I can not only change my life, but I can change hundreds, thousands, millions of lives from all across the world. If I say I'm the best at the world, I'm the best in the world at daytime cold approach, I'm the best who's ever done it, I'm the best who teaches it, I get the best client results. Like, I'll be honest, like 4 years ago, I most likely would never have said those things because I would have been scared of what the internet was going to say. Like, oh, who do you think you are? Stay in your lane. You can't say these things. It's like, why is having delusional optimism and irrational faith in your own capabilities, why is loving yourself a pejorative, right? Cristiano Ronaldo gets off the football field, like, yo, Cristiano, how'd you do? He's like, fuck yeah, scored a hat trick. The rest of my team, they're shit. It's like, I love that. Like, I love that sense of self-adoration rather than self-deprecation. I think women feel that, like, they can, when I'm interacting with the world now, it's like women can smell the abundance on me. Yeah, like that's what the process is. It's like, right, I've mastered the skill set of cold approach. That allows me to develop an abundance mindset. Abundance is not always having, it's knowing I can have, meaning I'm never going to be needy in my life again, because if I'm dating a girl, the relationship's not working, I've got no problem walking away. I'm fully at peace at any time. Like, even this officially unofficial relationship that I've got with this girl here in Bangkok, like, honestly, dude, like, this is probably the best relationship that I've ever had in my life. Like, physically, spiritually, emotionally, like, everything is just right. The frame is right. The dynamic is right. Like, she brings so much value to my life. Like, not just like in the bedroom, but like everything. Like she fucking cooks, cleans. She, like, I've got this like weird like pain on my calf at the moment. And she's like on the internet looking for remedies. She's like, oh, when I come back from fucking pilot studies, I'll give you a massage. And just like, I don't know, it's just that thing. It's like, most men really are frustrated because they currently lack love from the feminine. I've been in that position in my life where it's like, I'm waking up every day, I hate myself, I hate the person that I've become, I hate the life that I'm living, I don't feel as though I'm worthy of attracting the love that I believe I deserve, and I'm just like, oh, like there must be more than this. So I think that's the main thing that I want to hit you with. Like, when you're cold approaching, I need you to view it as more than just going out there to approach girls. It's the discipline that takes us closer to the divine, right? That's what religion should be, right? Religion should simply be a bridge that takes us closer to the divine. It's not about historical facts. It's not like, oh, did Jesus really walk on water? Is Buddha real? It's not about that. It's not about the historical facts. It's what do the teachings teach us? Can they be applied to everyday life? Do they bring us closer to our higher self? And I believe that's what this process is. Right? That's what this process is for me anyway. It's a discipline that takes me closer to the divine, which is another way of saying it's a discipline that takes me closer to my most authentic self. That's what this process is, right? Learning game, it's not a process of learning anything new. It's unlearning and then relearning that which we already know. Yes, stripping back those layers of social conditioning so we can connect with our most authentic self. And now, when I approach women, I'm operating from a place of wholeness rather than from a place of lack. Meaning, when I'm approaching those women, I'm like, this is me. Take it or leave it. Like, you can't fake abundance. Like, I think fake it till you make it can work to a degree, but it's exercising this skill set until it becomes something that you are rather than something that you do. So like I'm gonna connect the dots so this actually becomes really practical for you. Master cold approach as fast as possible. Understanding that every time you go out there, it is deeper than day game. This is the decentralized skill set of the awake 1%. Whilst 99% of guys are sleepwalking their way through life, swiping their lives away on a screen and settling for low quality girls in grotty nightclubs, or static spectators look onto this discipline with some sort of like shame, like, oh, you're a pickup artist, oh, you're going out approaching girls, like that's not what a high value man is. Like, go fuck yourself, like literally go fuck yourself, silly. Like, and that's again that's what this process gives you. You just develop this fuck it mentality. People don't like you, that's cool. I think a big part of the masculine journey is attracting our people and repelling the rest. And again, my good friend Joseph always reiterates inside of our private network, the Entourage, you only need one. Right, you only need one great girl, like one great cosmic connection with a gobsmackingly gorgeous girl, dude. Then you're in. Then you can enjoy that relationship. Then you can actually, because I think the relationships themselves are the ultimate personal renaissance exercise. But anyway, before we go on that tangent, just master cold approach as fast as possible. If you're new to the channel, you can get my free courses below. So Conversation Killer, it gives you the entire cold approach playbook. So everything you need to master cold approach is in that course. And then my most fuckable man course as well. So that gives you step-by-step process, how I went from who I was to who I am today. It also includes making money online, building a fully independent international lifestyle, developing a 10 out of 10 mindset. I think that's what it is. Like, when it comes to attracting the women that you want, rather than settling for the ones you think you can get, it's understanding that we don't achieve our dreams, we achieve our standards. And in life, we don't get what we deserve, we get what we think we deserve. So set your standards high, right? Ask yourself, what would that most fuckable version of myself do right now? Well, he'd eat at the best restaurants, stay at the best hotels. He would approach the most beautiful women because he believes that's what he deserves. And that's like, he's signaling to the universe, hey, this is what I believe I'm worthy of, right? Rather than just settling for mediocrity. Shooting for the fucking stars. Yeah, blessing on your courage, boy. That's the way to the stars. So master cold approach as fast as possible, and then become the most fuckable version of yourself. Like, that's the lightning combination, right? That's what sets you apart from pretty much every other guy on the planet. Because the average guy on the street, first of all, he's not watching this content, he's not implementing it. he's just twiddling his thumbs, watching football on a Saturday, spending time with the same 5 people that he went to school with. Nothing changes because nothing changes. So you're already in the rarefied realm of men. The very fact that you're watching these live streams on a consistent basis, the very fact that you're subscribed to me and you're actually transmuting information into implementation, you're already signaling that to the universe. Do you know what I mean? So like, you're on it, bro. You're on the path. You're doing fucking well. I'm proud of you. So go out there, cold approach. Just put yourself through the social fire. Remind yourself that the first 100 cold approaches, they're just like batting practice. They don't even count. It's just to get yourself into the game. Try not to take anything personal at the start, and then becoming that most fuckable version of yourself. I believe that I'm super qualified to give this advice, because if you go back, you can see how bad I actually used to look. But 100%, looks do matter, but there is a big difference between looking good and being good looking. Yeah, we've all got a genetic baseline that we're working with, and some guys do just have it easier than others. But the way you win at the game of life isn't by complaining about the cards you've been dealt, but playing your hand to the best of your ability. Yeah, fitness, fashion, they're the 2 easiest areas to start off with, right? Get a personal trainer, hire a personal stylist, then you've got financial accountability. Yeah, what I find to be true is the more money I invest, the more committed I actually become. So rather than going to like a $10 a month gym, go to a $100 a month gym. Therefore, it's like that, the higher the financial incentive, the stronger the emotional commitment. Does that make sense? So yeah, like just fucking get your fatness, get your fitness on point, get your fashion on point. Actually, look and dress like a guy who women would actually want. A beautiful thing, like when you do become more fuckable, you'll go from cold approaching to warm approaching, and like this is when your results will go through the roof. I'll link a video below actually. I'll link a video below which shows you a real life warm approach, and that dude, like that's when you actually, for me, that's when I become unstoppable in the sexual marketplace. Is I become the most fuckable version of myself, right? But that's not enough on its own. It's not enough just to become fuckable. In my opinion, we also need to have unlocked this skill set, this decentralized skill set of the awake 1%, because all game is learning how to get what we want, and it's a vehicle to deliver our value to the world. So there's no point becoming that 10 out of 10 good looking guy if you still can't go over and talk to that pretty girl. What's the analogy we always use? It's like working your bollocks off to buy a Lamborghini and then being too scared to drive it. So it's becoming the full package, right? Becoming the full package. So becoming as fuckable as possible, but also make sure you're investing into your cold approach skill set, which is like, it's not just going out there and approaching girls, it's just talking to everybody. It's seducing the world. It's always be warming up. Go outside, record yourself in public, go to dance classes, go to improv, go to a stand-up comedy course. I used to be a magician. Maybe you've got passion. Maybe you're a musician, an artist, a writer, a painter, a potter, whatever the fuck you're doing. Have passions, yeah, have excitement in your life that isn't women, beautiful women, or a beautiful byproduct of a beautiful life. And then this conglomeration of collectives, all these different disciplines that you're doing, when you approach that woman, you become the most fuckable version of yourself. You've got excitement in your life that isn't her, all your mistakes, all your shortcomings, all your flaws. You've made peace with all that shit. You're like, do you know what? This is me. I fucking like me. If I met me, I would be like delighted beyond belief to get to know me. Like if I didn't know who the fuck I was and I came across my YouTube channel, maybe when I first came across me, I'd be like, oh, fuck off, you prick. But then after I actually got to know me, I'd be like, do you know what? I can see what you're doing here. I fucking respect it. I'm on board with it. Yes, I want to work with you. Yes, I want to join your private network. Yes, I want to dominate the world with you. You fucking prick. So yeah, I think I didn't really have like a clear topic today. This has more been like a therapy session for myself, to be honest. It's been very therapeutic. Oh, who am I? What do I believe in? Like, why have I become attractive? But that's what it is. I think unlock the skill set of cold approach. Become the most fuckable version of yourself and just hand out those invitations everywhere and anywhere that you go. You're fit, you're beautiful, you're gobsmackingly gorgeous. Hi, how are you? How's your day going? Just opening everybody, seducing the world. That's how we make seduction something we are rather than something that we do. That's how we make attracting gobsmackingly gorgeous girls feel as effortless as drinking water. And I think that's how we achieve ultimate fulfillment in this life. It's knowing that we can have, knowing that we can get what we want rather than settling for what we think we can get. That's what I'm really helping guys unlock. It's you tell me, right? You tell me what you want, right? You tell me what you want and we'll fucking get it, right? We will fucking get it. You get an entire year of dedicated coaching when you work with me. You get access to my private network. You get an in-person coaching experience. If you're not happy by the end of our time together, right? If you're not happy with the progress you've made, the life you live in, the women you're dating, if you're not happy and you've done everything I've told you to do, you let me know. I'll give you your money back, no questions asked. Because if you're the right fit to work with me, because I don't work with every single person who gets in contact with me. I would say about 95% of people are just not qualified, right? I'm looking over their applications. I'm just like, no, you're not the right fit to join the Entourage. I say it with my guys every single Sunday on our group coaching calls. Dude, the amount of applications which I've declined because I want every single person in the Entourage to have value to give, right? Like, we're not looking for people who just want a free ride, right? We want the action takers. We want guys who've got those empire visions, who want the best for themselves and who understand that a rising tide lifts all the boats. Every single person who's accepted into the Entourage knows that that's the biggest compliment that I can pay you. If I'm like, bro, I've read your application, now we're on a phone call, I want you in the network, dude, your life is going to fucking skyrocket to the moon because you've got me. You've got me in your corner. And when you get to work with me, dude, I'm a fucking savage. Like, these live streams, they're like 1% of my personality. Like, when you actually get to spend time with me, like one-to-one, in person, online, in the group, like, dude, things just happen fast. Like, things happen fast. Right? Like, I am a fucking savage and I am the best in the world at what I do. And if I come onto a live stream and I declare that to the world, that gives me accountability. That's part of the reason why I say it, because it's like, right, my actions need to match my ambitions. Evidence has got the loudest voice. So if I say I've got the best client results in the industry, then I better back that up with some hardcore evidence. Otherwise, people are going to be like, huh, fuck off, you prick. People might say that anyway, but don't mind. If you resonate with me, you like what I do, you want to work with me personally, then the links for everything are below. For the rest of yous, get the free courses. Just get the free courses. Download Conversation Killer. Download my Most Fuckable Man course. The courses which I wish had been available to me when I first started. So just to wrap this up, the reason why I believe women want me now and they didn't want me back then is because of the steps that I've taken. I've mastered the skill set of cold approach. I've become the most fuckable version of myself. I've got my mindset on point. I'm operating from a place of self-adoration rather than from self-deprecation. So yeah, look, wherever you're at in your life at the moment, there is fucking hope for you. Like, I'm living, breathing example of what happens when you take when you've got irrational faith and delusional optimism in your own capabilities. Right? I truly believe if I've been able to do it from the place that I started, again, go back to the earliest videos on this channel, if I've been able to do it, there's no fucking excuse for you, right? You can do this, but there are steps that you need to take along the way. And I say to my guys, you're going to have to take these actions anyway. You might as well do it with people who are going to get you there faster. But look, it's your life. Do what you want to do. I've enjoyed this live stream. It might not be the most valuable live stream to you, but I've really just enjoyed sitting down, expostulating my thoughts into the ether. I've really just been talking to myself. So even if one person watches this and they get a slither of value or optimism or hope or inspiration for the future, if they're able to look at me and be like, right, I might not like this guy completely. There's parts of his personality which I just don't fuck with. However, I can't criticize his work ethic. I can't criticize his irrational faith. I can't criticize his approach to life because he's just living for an audience of one. He's doing what he wants to do. And he's not going to be that guy who dies with his music still inside of him. And I think that's a great place to be. Like, I can truly say, when all is said and done, I can get to the end of my life and be like, do you know what, mate? Fair fucking play. You know, like, fair fucking play. Like, we did everything that we wanted to do. We went above and beyond. We changed people's lives. We changed our own lives. And we've shown ourselves that our limitations truly are hallucinations. And I think if I could say that to the former version of myself, who was in that position where I think a lot of guys are in the moment, where it's like the whole thing feels like a minefield. You're not quite sure where to turn to. You're not sure if there's hope for you. You're looking for optimism. You're watching a lot of content. And it's like, dude, I promise you, if you really want to do something, you will find a way. If not, you will find an excuse, right? I could have made a multitude of excuses as to why I couldn't be successful in the sexual marketplace, in the business marketplace. Like, I could have saddled myself with those self-limiting beliefs and bullshit excuses, but I penetrated that. I dominate my own reality, and I become a king of my own existence. And I want the same for you boys as well. So yeah, get the free courses. I'll link them below. I'm gonna be quiet now. before I go on to some like other tirade. But yeah, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, like it, do all the YouTubey shit. If you don't like me, then dislike the video. I always find it funny when there's a video that I upload, it's got like 1 dislike. And like, it's the same guy just going through every video being like, oh, dislike, dislike, dislike. It's like, anyway, yeah, if you want to dislike the videos, do that. It's still a rating, so it still gets it still notifies YouTube that people are rating the video. So they help me either way. So thanks, anonymous trolls. Anyway, boys, love you, bye.